Hi, welcome. You are right on time. Right on time for choosing you and choosing this now moment to take in what you or source, because that is what is happening in this now moment. We are co-creating this message together for you to meet you where you are at. It may have triggers, it may have some activations. I don't know. We'll see how it comes through. Okay, I'm going to move this a little bit closer. Sorry, I didn't realize it was that far away from me. Okay, so keeping in mind that this is a collective reading. Interesting, a collective reading. And take what resonates for you, because that is the part that you are co-creating. That is the part for you, and leave whatever else for whomever it's meant for. If you feel guided to, or if it feels good to you, take a few breaths in, fully breathing fully into your heart space, holding, pausing for a second, and then fully surrendering on your exhale and holding for a second or a moment on that exhale before taking your next breath in. Okay, do that as many times as feels good to you. I find 5 seems to be the magic number. Lots coming through, but like the energy is really cool. It's like busy worker bees, but like I'm getting I am getting little elves at Christmas, like making toys, like little worker bees, like things happening in the background that you aren't aware of. Like Santa is only magical because he can drop toys off and magically climb down chimneys and. But the story has been very clear that Santa always has help, like, I don't know, Mrs. Claus and the elves and, well, anyway, at least the fairy tale version of it. I don't actually think I know the original Coca-Cola version of Santa Claus, but I know it's based on old Saint Nicholas or whatever. But the story that we have been told is that magic is real and it does happen. We just don't have to understand all of it. It's like the magician. It's knowing how the trick works, or it's knowing what happens behind the scenes. So I'm just getting this, that like something you have done has dramatically shifted you into a new timeline, is what is coming here. A new timeline, or a new timeline trajectory, or whatever wording works for you. Something you have done, and I'm getting the last 24 hours, has shifted something significantly in everything. It may not appear that way yet, hence these elves, these worker bees making things behind the background, making things possible. So something you did has shifted, and it is bringing things in. Okay, before I take more cards, I really am being called into this devil and this moon. They came face up. These are the 2 cards that came face down, the Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, this is things are happening in the background and in the foreground. Like this is also very much your energy, things that you are building, whatever you shifted, whatever you realized, whatever you healed, whatever this thing is for you, this massive thing that has, I don't know, got this message to you, because people, they want you to know that whatever you did, they are now like it shifted them into a position of being able to assist you. It was like they could only assist you when you got to a certain point, or at least this I want to say collective of guides or helpers or whatever. Essentially, it's all energy. So whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever word resonates for you, that is the word that you should use then. Because you are so supported, but they are helping you, like assisting you. This is you, but they're doing the exact same thing. So it's like, continue forward. And this continue forward is, they're like, it's ringing in my head, because I feel that while things have shifted, and while you have really shone the light on something in you, there is still an inclination or something that is tripping you up, is the word that's coming, pulling you back, possibly manipulating you, and it's all you, right? So if it is a case of manipulation, then it's you allowing yourself to be manipulated, because with this moon card, like, you already know whatever this thing is for you. It's like the last reminiscence of a pattern playing out, like the last time a play will be put on stage. I'm being called to pull some oracle cards, so let's just see why. They're saying pop outs, so here we go. And we have 2. There are no wrong turns. And I'm a galactic starseed blooming, 17 and 27. There are no wrong turns. Whatever you are experiencing, whatever you are doing, whatever you are shining the light on, you are doing it perfectly, swimmingly, like you're right on time, just like you are right on time for hearing this message and co-creating it with us. Everything in divine timing. I'm quickly being called to this lobster, crayfish, I don't know, whichever it is. And the minute I said crayfish, I just got like bottom feeder. But I'm being called here. There's a lot of maybe stuff that's coming up right now for you. And I think right now, I'm not gonna lie, I would check my phone, but I'm currently recording it because I think a friend of mine did send me a message about it. But I think there's some, is it not an eclipse? Is it full moon tonight? I think that's it. So in this full moon energy, like the murky stuff, the yucky stuff, the last tendrils of like your ego self, it's got to shift out, it's got to heal, it's got to find completion. Okay, so let's pull, so let's shuffle and see if there's anything else for you guys today. Yes, the 10 of Swords. I'm not being called to the bottom energy or the bottom card yet. Strength, King of Swords, and the top card is, also taking this next card, the top card, the 6 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay. Well, whatever you have shifted, whatever you are healing, whatever significant changes you have experienced, and by changes, it's significant to you. It's like to your being, to your way of being, to your way of understanding and seeing the world. It is that significant. It could also, I mean, I don't know how big this collective is at this stage, but it could also be like a smaller little thing, like maybe a childhood trauma that you feel, but it will be something that you are aware of, something that you, like a thought pattern or something that you really realize and acknowledge and maybe explored and were curious about and saw, okay, actually I see that I do that a lot, or I see that I am triggered by that in this way a lot, or whatever it is for you. The significant thing will be known to you, and it will be major for you. It'll be something that you're like, it'll be an aha. It'll be an aha and more. It is necessary. It is necessary. And strength is really, really sent to you at this time, but that is also because you are so supported in this time of struggle comes to me, in this time of unlearning while remembering all that you are, which is, you know what, sometimes being magical or being all that you imagine that you were can be actually kind of scary. What do they say? With great power comes great responsibility, and it does, because you are responsible for you always, and you always have been. Everything that you feel and experience, you choose to. So, as these thoughts, these fears, these doubts, these old, imagine, okay, so you know the whole thing with the devil and angel on your shoulder. Imagine you had a whole like collective of cheerleaders, or like a whole bunch of cheerleaders being pro and a whole bunch of cheerleaders being against. They were kind of like old versions of you, or each version of you. This is better. Okay, thank you, Source. Each version of you has this little pack of cheerleaders shouting at you, and all that they shout is ego type things like, no, don't do that, that didn't work for you, or we should do this because it's going to keep us safe, or this has always kept us safe. It's these old things. And right now you've stepped into a place where, like, if you've seen is it Inside Out, then maybe the rest of the story, this thing might also make a bit more sense, like visually. But so as you reach this point, 11:11, as you've reached this point where there is no going back, this little collective guide, the pack of guides that you've got with you, is kind of like all that you're going to get, because you realize that it is you and it's always been you. And everything prior to that was possibly tainted with ego, and still tainted, and tainted is not a bad word in the way that I'm using it. What it's not intended to be. But yeah, the old way of doing, the way maybe done to solve or problem solve or fix or done out of fear, like all of that is going, it's gone. But everything you hear now, everything that is maybe experienced here, everything that you need to conquer in this mind space are those thoughts, because your thoughts create everything. Your thoughts are the mind matrix. Your thoughts are the veil. Your thoughts limit you. This is you conquering your mind space, conquering your thoughts about yourself, but also just the way that your brain runs. How many times do you find yourself lost in thought? And once upon a time, that used to be considered like a fun thing. Oh, I was lost in thought, like daydreaming. But now we know better, in a way, unless it's really daydreaming. And well, if you find this message, you know what I mean. You should know what I mean when I refer to the difference of like when I say a download. That being said, if I am a little bit weird today, it has been an interesting weekend for me. Lots of downloads, lots of stuff. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed myself with all the new moon or full moon energy stuff that's been coming through for me. Okay, but this Page of Cups and the Six of Wands, these two cards have been coming out for this collective a lot. And it is because you and your joy and your inspirations and that which you desire to create, that which has yet to be created, that you are going to bring into the world, or are currently bringing into the world, that which inspires you, that which makes you sing and laugh and dance. You need to follow your passion and follow where it flows. Follow your resonant yeses with regards to it, and conquer the mind. Because if the mind is active in the emotional, it is also very much active in the creative. So there is also this like trust is what I'm getting, trust in the creation process, and know that your part is just to create, and then it is to trust that source will do whatever next. Perhaps it was simply to create, and what's wrong with that? Is the process of creating not enough? For me, it would very much depend on what I was creating, but it very much can be. Okay, King of... Yeah, this is really cool. I'm liking this energy here. Five of Wands at the bottom. I'm really liking this energy with this Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is cutting away anything that is untrue. It's actually, like, I just see the sword here as literally cutting away all the nonsense, also with the Hermit card coming up, all the looking back, all the doubting, all the wondering, all the questioning. Did I do that? Should I have done that? That way of being. not in the flow, but in the know, I want to say, because you think you're in the know, but you're not, because no one can be in the know. The only thing you can be is in flow with what is resonant for you, what is vibing for you, keeping your vibration as high as you can for you, by choosing what expands and ignites you in each now moment, by choosing what is for you, whatever it may be, without fearing the consequences of that choice. Things are being cut away, and like I said, with this moon and the Hermit's still coming out, so there's, I think, more stuff that's got to still maybe be found, discovered. You've got to be a little bit curious with yourself, but also gentle with yourself in this time of exploration, because this is a time of exploration. This is a time where things are coming out of shadow and into light for you, so that you can be true to you. That is what you came here to do, after all, is awaken to the truth of you and create and be and play. Because if this message has found you, that is one of the reasons you are here. You are a human being, but actually your humanness is just the container for the beautiful expression of source consciousness that you are. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, this Five of Wands, busyness. Things are coming in as you build, as you allow, as you trust that, like, that person's gonna have that. You just trust that each of those things, there's going to be a place for it to be held. There is very much an element of trust that is required, but that is King of Cups. Yeah, and I'm being told that this is it. Trust and knowing, regardless of how you think, feel, or are experiencing things in your now moment. It's really easy to keep your vibration up when everything is hunky-dory. It's sometimes not so easy to keep it up when things are not so hunky-dory. That is part of the challenge. But beautiful, divine beings, it is time for me to go. So you have an absolute beautiful, beautiful, beautiful now. And know that everything is always working out for you. Bye-bye.